Michigan, Waldo Stadium, home to the Western Michigan Broncos, where we have a terrific matchup in store. Today, two teams set to square off in a MAC slugfest. As we'll see, the Kent State Golden Flashes taking on the Western Michigan Broncos. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Golden Flashes will put total leather to crank us up. Fielded in the end zone, it's Nixon. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. So Western Michigan's offense will have the first possession of the game. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. They'll keep it on the ground. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. They'll ride the hot hand. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series, but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you've got the offense right where you want it.
Well, you know what they say, tips lead to picks, and the offense, they're lucky that one wasn't intercepted.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Gets open down the middle. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And the Broncos will line up to punt it away. Slips through the line. He just about took that one to the house. They finally bring him down, but when you have a return like that, it pretty much eats up everything gained by the punt. The Golden Flashes offense has the ball for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Slips one guy, now he's loose. There he goes down the right side. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Golden Flashes. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like...
And it's blocked. Now he can return this. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed him for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. So they had the blocked extra point, had to settle for 6, and they hope the kickoff goes a little smoother. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He gets a block. He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful.
And And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Got his man on the right. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. A 3rd and long coming up here. Looking downfield, it's Wolf. A strike downfield. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Broncos have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for space, it's Nixon. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Fires to the big fella. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. Really good patience and recognition. And how about the tight end just finding a hole and settling and waiting until the quarterback saw it?
And the play completely changes. Once my QB gets outside the pocket, I got to see it, and I got to start working towards him, or if I'm near him, working away. Nice job being on the same page, getting the 1st down.
And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the 1st down.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the play.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
Couldn't find his man last time. Now they'll have to convert 3rd and 4. Back to throw, it's Wolf. It's complete to the right. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the 1st? Or can you just stretch out and get the 1st down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the 1st. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face. And
the Broncos will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Western Michigan. Timely decisions, effective play management helps them get in the end zone after that marathon drive.
And every time the offense needed to play, boom, they got it. I mean, you think about it, whether it was a small run, small pass, whatever they needed, they got it done, and they popped it in for the score.
And they move on top with the extra point, 7-6. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's 1st down from the 44. They'll try to get outside. What a nifty run there to pick up the 1st down.
And the old school toss play, huh? A little just toss to the right, get the running back on the run. A little bit more space, too, out wide where you can see, like, oh, where am I going to go? Where's the hole as opposed to when you run right up the gut. So I like the mix-up. And
he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. A first down run on the doorstep. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Headed outside for the line, it's Thomas. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big box.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Kent State.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. He's got great speed. He's got an alley. And there he goes. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Western Michigan. No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back, and boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. He kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Looking to throw, it's Ulatowski. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Sweet cut there.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Western Michigan is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. They'll try it on the ground. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
Well, they're setting the tone early in this game. 4th down in their own end. They go for it on the ground, and they pick it up.
They want to set the tone. They want to establish that they think their offense is unstoppable and that they're willing to do anything to keep the football.
You're exactly right, Reese. They are sending a very clear message to this defense. We're going to run the football. We don't care what you do, but you are not going to stop us.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's McCray.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line.
Michigan Broncos will take over. First and 10.
Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. The Broncos come to the line with a new set of downs. Right back to the well. He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line. Being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. Now facing a third and long. Looking downfield, it's Wolf. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back.
And the ball's on the ground. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing. Big turnover forced by the defense.
Couldn't order better field position for this offense. He leaves it with his back. Tackle is made after a pickup of 6 down to the 19-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Softened him up with a run and now to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He's got his man. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. And the Broncos are rolling down the field. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Broncos! Well, just as you would expect, that...
They didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Kent State, 13.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You got to execute and you got to lock in.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
That's how you blow up the screen pass if you're on defense. You got to hit the quarterback fast, force the incompletion.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Oh, the ball's on the ground. Oh, look what I found. The offense keeps it. And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. Here comes the option. And the ball is free on the pitch. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. Touchdown, Western Michigan. Don't just get the ball, score with the ball, and the defense did. The defense comes up with the fumble and takes it to the house.
The old scoop and score. Create the fumble, pick that puppy up, take it to the house. Great job by the defense, not only forcing the turnover, but getting points out of it.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. The scoop and score, what a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball, they wanted to do something with it, and they did. Coming out with it, it's McCray. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
Here on 2nd and short. To the air. It's Gulatowski. Gonna take a shot. And the ball is picked off. Taking it the other way. The interception stopped the threat, and the return even better as he crosses midfield and gets it to the 49. On 1st down, here comes this offense. They go to the ground.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground. He gets north fast.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to see.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
Slams it ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Broncos!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they tack on the extra point. It's 35-13. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Takes it inside his own 20. Chance for great field position here. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Guys, Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
Trying to get to it. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. After the big first down sack, it's second down. Looking for a man. It's Gulitowski. He's looking deep. And he's got it inside the 20. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. First and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He's got it. And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1. The Golden Flashes want to crank the tempo. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Golden Flashes.
A nice job by this offense, putting the scoring drive together. And now listen, it's not even halftime yet. So keep fighting, going to halftime, regroup. We found a little something on this drive. See if we can cut into this lead and continue to make this game closer and closer.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge.
Kent State, 20.
He'll bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision.
He'll run it again. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
Game 7. First down for the offense.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, you have been calling a great broadcast today from there in Kalamazoo. And it'd be easy to say these two offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Waldo Stadium.
The Broncos will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
I'm loving this offense mixing the toss plays in their game plan. And what these tosses are going to do, it's going to set up a play-action opportunity where they can fake the toss and try to take a shot downfield.
With the catch, it's Douglas.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. And you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Now on second down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Wonder if they'll throw it again after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 49. Scanning the field, it's Gutowski. Got it set up on the outside. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And the Golden Flashes have a first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
To the air on first down. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Is
I don't know
incomplete.
if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. He wants to pass it on second down. He caught it! And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short.
I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Kent State!
Hey, Reese, that's 3 for the young fella. I mean, this dude's smelling the end zone. Anytime he gets near it, you know he's going to lower his shoulder, do whatever it takes to get in the end zone. The hat trick, the 3rd touchdown.
And they'll try to tack on 2. They'll try to run it in. He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for 2 does not work out. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
35. Kent State, 26.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. Things have been clicking along nicely, Jesse, but they have to make sure they keep it up.
Yeah, they got to wake up. It seems like they've been a bit lackadaisical here the last few drives, maybe, as we've seen this lead dwindle a little bit, David. So they need a bit of a spark here to get that mojo back.
Yeah, and you always have the adjustments, and then your opponent adjusts, and now they got to readjust now because this game's getting a little bit tighter than they liked.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. They'll try to run for it. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. And the Broncos are on the move. Might as well give it to him again.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to pass, it's Wolf. Getting some heat. Flips it out in the flat. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Broncos have it with a 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it. Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, this guy's been eating them alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments, find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Hey, baby steps, right? That's a tackle for a loss. I know he's got over a hundo on the game, but his defense is definitely going to have to be more aggressive, commit more guys to stopping that bad man.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job for him tonight.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. Oh, they blocked the kick. Scoops it up and he's going to try to... He's loose down the middle. The 40. Past the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, golden flashes. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
On to attempt the try. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Western Michigan, 35. Kent State, 33.
He'll bring it out. It's Nixon. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They're trying to get to him. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Well, the problem with the play-action game is that it forces the QB to hold on to the ball just a little bit longer to allow some of these plays to develop. And, of course, that gives this defense longer to get after him.
And they're able to get him on the ground.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Now, 4th down.
So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. They'll try to pick up the first. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run, and you saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26. If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods.
35, Kent State, 33.
When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Discards a man. He stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. A quick completion to the left, looking for the 1st down. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Yeah, and I tell you what, when you stick these fast suckers in the slot, they don't have to be big. But you get those guys that are so quick in the slot, they can get great matchups, and I can get the ball to them quick because they're such dynamic playmakers.
The field goal is no good. And with that miss, still down by a deuce and missing an opportunity to take the lead. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th-down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
To the ground, he's got it again. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the 1st, an array of possibilities here. Coming out on 2nd down, trying to put this one away. The give from the gun. They'll make the stop at the 42. It's a pickup of 5, and that will be enough for a 1st down. And the Broncos come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give as they work on that clock. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Timeout called by the defense. It's their 1st of the half as they'll make some adjustments. So you get stuffed on 1st down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on 2nd, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? If they've been aggressive, okay, well, if they've been aggressive, I'm going to throw that deep ball. If they've been sitting back, I might sneak a draw in here.
The defense is going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They've got to get the football to the 32 to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Quickly out to the tight end. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
Nice job executing the 4-minute offense. You know, they practice this throughout the week, having a lead late in the game, running plays to just get enough to get 1st downs to stay on the field, and they're executing this 4-minute offense to perfection.
The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half. Looking to throw, it's Wolf. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And this senior quarterback knows he had a chance that time and just put a little too much on it.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. So this offense has the lead. They have the ball. They have the clock on their side and a chance perhaps to put it out of reach. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a 1-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And he'll be brought down.
Well, 2 things you're thinking about here offensively is, 1, you want to take as much time off the clock. But 2, you really want to score another touchdown to make this a 2-possession game. You could almost ice it if you can find a way to get in the end zone here. Just take your time. Don't snap it too quickly.
White 94 slider choice. White 94 slider choice.
They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. And he's got it for the touchdown, and that one just might do it.
And I love finding the big fella down in the red zone, 3rd and goal. You got to make something happen down here. Throw it up high. Let the big fella make you look really good as a quarterback. Love finding those big guys down here in the red zone.
He'll try to tack on one more. Just when you think it's automatic, it's not. Extra point, no good.
Western Michigan, 41, Kent State.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Number 37, set to kick this one.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced this situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots. Throw beyond the 1st down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Brings it in down the left side. Oh, look out. There he goes. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
Ooh, the defense so lucky that was not a touchdown. The offense saw an opportunity to take a chance and take a shot, and they executed that play beautifully.
Quarterback keeps it on the sneak. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do down. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. The give. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Kent State.
Touchdown, Kent State.
And massive play by this offense. This is exactly what you needed. You got the score. Now you got to get the 2-point conversion. Time's not on your side. There is no wait till a later point. It's go time. What's your 2-point play in this spot to tie the game up late?
Listen to this crowd. Absolutely going nuts, trying to will their defense to stop the 2. On the ground. He will get there for the 2-point conversion, and we have a tie game in the waning seconds. We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the 4th quarter and about to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. This one is about finding the balance between being aggressive and not being reckless, Jesse.
The only way this thing works, though, if they're going to be aggressive, this offensive line has got to be able to hold up here for this QB.
Yeah, because you need to take shots beyond the sticks so the clock will stop. You can save every second you have.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. They'll leave it with him. At the 45 on his way. Brought down at the 40. Before he ripped off 15.
That's the end of
Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions probably, maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer, like you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the 3rd overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Takes the handoff. It's Nixon. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the 1st down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
Not a lot of room down here. He's able to pick up 2. It's down at the 12. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. After the run, now to throw. Snags it. Touchdown, Western Michigan. And they score first here in overtime. Now to push the lead to 7 in overtime. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Now on 1st down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Trying to beat him to the left. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
To throw, it's Ulatowski. Skips away from pressure. Fires on the move. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. It is a valuable tool to have a quarterback that can extend a play like that. But sometimes you're smart to be check down Charlie and just take something easy and not invite disaster.
Because when you roll out, you're rolling out, you're cutting the field in half, right? The defense starts to run from one side to where you're rolling out to. The field kind of shrinks and it kind of becomes a little bit of backyard ball. And you can tell he forced that one in there. Didn't get the interception, thank goodness, but it wasn't a great decision.
4th down, and here's the ball game right here. On 4th down, trying to keep the drive alive with the run. Tackled after picking up the first down.
Man, you play the whole game. Now it's coming down to what? A couple of plays. It's in overtime. You're starting to move the ball closer to the opponent's end zone. Got to make a play. Got to protect the football. What's your go-to play after watching this whole game develop?
They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
And a really nice job on the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get him.
Touchdown, Golden Flashes. They got the score. Now to see if they go for the win or the tie.
First off, really impressed by how physical this guy is still running the ball this late in the game. And now it's decision time. You want to play it safe, kick the extra point, or are you feeling aggressive to go for 2 points?
And I think this is all about how you feel about your defense and how you feel about this game extending. Do I have a chance? Do I have better players? Am I more fatigued? Like, all this has to come into account because you got a chance right now with one play to win this football game.
Here in the second overtime, they'll snap it on 1st down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the 1st down.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, baby. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
Pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock him up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Field goal is good. And they've regained the lead.
That makes the score Penn State 51, Western Michigan 48.
Down by a field goal and a touchdown will win it. Let's see what they've got on 1st down. Leaves it with the back. Tackle is made after a pickup of 6 down to the 19-yard line.
At the 19-yard line. 2nd down coming up.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Running the red zone. It's Nixon. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
This game will come down to this, a field goal try to save them. Might want to muster up that protection. They had one blocked earlier. It's between the uprights and good, and this coach does realize that he's still just lost the game, right?